appreciate Las Cruces and the fans coming out. You know, we had a tough road, and they didn't have to do that. And so I'm so appreciative of the fans and the people, because it makes the kids play with more enthusiasm. Really, they're the ones that credit for the win. And I can't say enough about those people. And then second of all, that winning's hard. It's hard to win. And there's some people standing in the back here that I bother a lot. You know, certainly Ron. But we all want to win, and it's still, we got a lot of work to do, and it's not going to be easy. But you know what? This old man is going to enjoy this evening, and we'll enjoy the win, and I'll get up early in the morning, and we'll go back to work, and we ain't gonna work any different than we won or lost. But and then I'm happy for the kids. I'm happy for the kids. I mean, these kids have worked their tail ends off. They busted their butt. They did what I've asked them to do. It's different than where I've been before in a lot of different ways. So I'm happy for the kids. Everybody, the coaches did a great job of preparing the kids, and it's a good feeling. I've been fortunate to do this a lot of times in a lot of places and doing this same thing, but I can tell you that it feels pretty damn good. So anybody, I guess, just throw the questions out and we'll go from there.
For you to get on the win column and do it at home after 3 games on the road, and it seems like everything that you talked about, wanting to run the ball, take care of the ball, like everything kind of came together and you did it at home.
Well, I told you I was going to change some things and do it my way, and that's Jerry Kill football right there. And Sept, we can't miss one that's 4 or 5 yards open on the post, but that's control the ball. We got good running backs, and it's a deal where I wish we played better defense in the second half, got off the field, but we're still learning. We're playing a lot of young people, and but again, I just think the kids came out and responded to the different style of practice, the old school way of coach, and it's worked everywhere else. I said, what the hell, why am I trying to change something? So we went back to working against each other a little bit and changing practice, and we played for the most part, pretty physical. And I'm proud of the 2 kickers, by the way. We kicked 2 different kickers tonight due to an injury, and those 2 did a great job of coming in and doing their job. So everybody just did their job, and that's a good feeling.
Do you have an idea that you would be able to run the football the way you did tonight?
As hard as we work and what we did, we better had. They didn't have a choice. We were going to run it. We were going to do it. And so we challenged our kids, and Star had 9 carries for 131 yards. We need to give him the ball a lot more. Monty Jones had 59 yards on 12 carries. We probably need to get him some ball. We probably should have ran him more. But they were very productive. And what we did is we did a good job of getting the ball to playmakers. You look at it, we got the ball to playmakers tonight, and so that's what you have to do.
Star seemed like he's been kind of trending towards a game like this the last couple weeks. How good is it to see him get rewarded with a big game tonight?
Well, I'm happy for him. I really am. He's a freak back now. People don't realize that. And when you're struggling in the offensive line and trying to find your way, and you're playing Big Ten people and things like that, it's hard. But he's kind of picked it up over, and I finally just told him, you're gonna have to plunge in a hole in there sometimes. You just can't look for it. And he's hard to bring down. He loves the game of football. And I told everybody when I brought him in, he was gonna be pretty good. But the other one, they all did a nice job, and Monte Watkins did some things that we need to do. So all those backs really complement each other. They all get along, and that's even a better thing. So, but we've run some ball. I I think Minnesota, I don't know if it's halftime or whatever, Michigan State had one total yard offense. So I'd say Minnesota might be pretty good, maybe we weren't so bad, I don't know.
Do you feel like you found, at least for now, a group of 5 guys up front? Because this is, I think, the 3rd game in a row that, Pete and AJ have started on the left side, you've moved Gabe, do you feel like you found some continuity on the offensive line?
No, we ain't gonna change it if we can keep him healthy.
Yeah.
You know, our right guard's not healthy, he played tonight, but he's not 100%, but, our center, so, no, we certainly aren't gonna change anything. I'm more worried about our injury with JJ, you know, cause he's kind of our tight end receiver and things like that, and he's pretty valuable, so he got tied up with an ankle, and I'm concerned about that. We'll see how it goes.
To the defense, obviously, you know, fourth quarter they gave us some points, but just overall, it seemed like they did a lot of what you wanted to see from them this year.
Yeah, like I said, first half wise, yes. Second half wise, you know, we got rush the passer. I mean, we can't let a quarterback hold on for 7 seconds, and we want to blame the secondary for not covering anybody. You know, our pass rush was not good, and you know, I can tell it like it is. And you know, we lost contain. We did some things that we'll get corrected. You know, and it goes on both sides. I mean, there's things we haven't played a complimentary game back and forth all the time yet, which you don't want to. You know, you still gotta, you know, but I'd say the biggest thing is that I didn't like the way we rushed the passer. And then when we got pressure, we didn't get out of there. Then again, we came up with some big plays. So I mean, it's not like our defense didn't play good. I'm just saying our expectations are a little higher yet for both sides of the ball.
In terms of, you know, Gavin, didn't have to, obviously not throw the ball too much tonight, but in terms of managing the game, was that more what you wanted to see from the quarterbacks all year?
Well, that's what you gotta do with a young guy, and both of them there, you gotta do that, and, you know, if he hits I was yelling officials about him, the guy getting grabbed, but the bottom line is this: if he completes that pass, we're all sitting there one man. This is unbelievable. Instead, he threw picks. I felt bad for that, but he'll learn from it. As strong as his arm is, he should never underthrow somebody. I think the guy's wide open, he's trying to take something off of it, and don't do that, just let it rip. And, I think the whole team, you know, it wasn't a big speech or anything. I told them, they've been playing so tight and trying so hard. I said, hey, there's a party in Las Cruces, baby, and it starts at 6 o'clock. And I said, I don't know when it's gonna end, I don't care right now, I just wanna win. And I said, but the only way you're gonna win is you're gonna have to go out there and have fun. And I think the kids have fun. I mean, they all were, you know, I mean, the victory lap, there ain't nothing better than that. Going on a victory lap and people want, you know, our fans and the people here that wanna win so bad, and, you know, those kids appreciate it. And, like I said, we're still a long way away, but it's good to, you know, get started and get a win under our belt.
You mentioned the pass rush, but you put them in those situations because I thought you did a good job against the run. Did you play well against the run on defense?
Yeah, I think for the most part, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, he made some cuts, and, you know, he made us look bad a few times, but, you know, there at the end of the game, we still had a yard to go 3 times in a row and so forth. So I don't wanna say that we didn't play well defensively. We won the game. In this day and age, if you hold a team to 21 points, you play good on defense, or 24. You know, it's just a different game. So they played good, but I know Coach Dreiling, you know, is, first of all, he had a tremendous compliment from their head coach before the game. And said, man, he does a good job. And, you know, I'm just telling you, his expectations, he's in there interviewing, he don't wanna give up anything, and that's good. And our kids take pride in that, and they're gonna say, I promise you, when we come in tomorrow, they're gonna say, Coach, we gotta finish the game right. You know, these are great teaching moments. When you win, that's when you really wanna watch the film close.
Why did you end up going with, you share anything on why you went with Gavin tonight? Obviously, you played.
Gut feel. And yeah, it's tough decisions, and you know, somebody's gotta make them something, you know, so gut feel.
Obviously, it's his job for next week, I imagine.
What's that?
It's his job for next week, I imagine.
Well, I just want to enjoy the win. You guys can say whatever you want to and enjoy it. you sell as much stuff as you can.
Hey, Coach,
Coach.
before you get out of here, could you talk specifically on Ojo? Had a big first half, nine tackles. The quarterback sacked it, stopped a drive. He knocked the QB down. He might have run for a touchdown. If he doesn't get him, they had to settle for a field goal. Those were big plays.
Ojo's got one thing that's very, very important that we'll continue to recruit. That's speed. So when you have speed and you can run, you got a chance to be a pretty good player. And Ojo's a very good player, and I'm glad that I was able to talk him out of going to some other school and going to Portland because that's where he was headed. So that might have been my best recruiting job besides about 2 or 3 other kids.
Coach, speaking of recruiting, I think Wednesday on the coaches show, you said you can have a lot of recruits here tonight. So from that perspective, how important was it to play well, to win, and what has been the reception for you and your coaching staff on the recruiting trail so far?
Recruiting's been, that's what it was, recruiting's been good because you look at it 2 ways. You got your programs that are just, out of reach, though, all the big,
Yep.
and then you got programs you're building, and some people want to come in and they want to go to the NFL. They need film. Sometimes you got to wait unless you're just superstar. And so we're recruiting them. This is a good place to be. We enjoy it. Our kids have been doing a good job recruiting, and some people, it's like my whole life. Some people want to jump in and roll the dice and be with you. I've had a lot of kids through the last 4 weeks say, "Coach, I'm in the foxhole with you, baby. I came here and we're going to chase his dream." So I think you just keep selling what you have, and then we got a lot. We got some great friends in the coaching world that have helped us in recruiting and will continue. And I don't think people, Star was recruited by, he was recruited by very much everybody in the country. K-State offered him, and running back coach there has worked for me for 16 years. He didn't like it very much, so we got him here. A lot of people can't figure it out, but kid wanted to come here. You know why? We paid attention to him. We talked to him all the time, and I was the first one to call him. So you got to build relationships and make them tell you no. I'm pretty persistent dude.
Right.
Coach, was there ever a time tonight, like, that you kind of had a sigh of relief that maybe, you were on the way to getting a win? I thought that it was big to get the score going into halftime. I think it was 35-10.
Yeah.
Was there ever a moment that you felt like you might have this one if you keep doing things well?
I never think that way. I've been in games where we have been down 35-6 and come back and won. So you don't ever think like that. I was more worried about the onside kicks and getting people lined up, and we worked hard on all the kicking game stuff, so we were prepared, and that probably makes me as happy as anything. We were prepared for all the stuff.
Last question, you said a lot about the players, but in terms of what this means for you, I think you've been there over the last 7 years to get another win, and first in a while as a head coach, what does that mean to you personally?
Well, personally, I'm just glad I'm getting the opportunity to coach and be a head coach. There's a lot of people who question me, let's lay it out on the line because I'm epileptic and had cancer, and I left Coach Moore in Minnesota, and millions of people watch me have a seizure, and I've been judged, prejudged, everything. I've had it all about what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and so forth. Well, you know what? Yeah, I got seizures. Yeah, I got issues. Everybody's got issues. But you know what? I love the game of football. It saved my life. I love coaching it, and I ain't stopping coaching. And there's a lot of people don't think I can do it. A lot of people didn't think I'd ever come back. And by good doctors and me taking care of myself for the most part, not all the time, but for the most part, I've been able to dodge a few bullets. But I'm just glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm in Las Cruces. I'm glad I'm working for administration I work for, even though I drive them nuts, and I'm not going to quit doing that either. We're going to make this a program that's, it's going to be good for a long time. But it ain't going to happen tomorrow. Everybody thinks it's supposed to happen tomorrow. It's a 3-4 year project. We just have to get a good win, and we we got a few boards on the foundation, you know, we're building that foundation. I guess we probably got about half that floor put down tonight. Got some of them staple mills, you know, down. Hard hat lunch bell, you know.
One more
Cool.
question, Coach Hill. Anybody's got one?
Coach, the players know what's going on, especially with terms of future opponents. What's going to be your message to your team this week when the players see that next week's opponent, Florida International, lost 73-0 today to Western Kentucky? What's going to be your message to the players to make sure they stay focused for the game?
I believe we lost 66 to what?
Yeah.
7? Yeah, that wasn't very good. The thing is this. In football, anything can happen on any given day. I don't know if Middle Tennessee won, but that head coach is a good friend of mine.
They
ended
did.
up winning.
They went on Miami.
Yeah, that guy's a good man. Kudos out to him. But as far as how our approach is on it, it's not going to be any different.
Yeah.
We approach every game the same. It's just, you know, getting the kids on the right page and being detailed and all those kind of things. You know, we had probably the good thing Kelly Ford, who's a person that's helped us in our program.
Yeah.
You know, he came and spoke to our kids for 10 minutes, you know, on Friday. And he gave a tremendous message about Las Cruces and the town, caring about them and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it was inspiring. And so all these, you know, everybody's a part of getting this turn, but it don't matter who you play. It's about your team getting better. You know, I said all along, I learned that from Bill Snyder, you know. You put 8 things on the board, okay, and we didn't accomplish all 8 of those. I'm not gonna go through that again, and you just keep doing that. Don't pay attention to the scoreboard. Don't pay attention to anything. Your job is to get them better and better and better and better. And then eventually things happen. And, you know, you look at, we played Wisconsin, Barry Alvarez. He's the one that started that thing. He started off, he's 1-10.
Yeah.
And they went for a long time. But he just kept grinding, and that's what we're gonna keep doing. We're just gonna keep grinding. Grind. That's the only way I know how to do it. It ain't gonna change.
Thanks, Coach.
Anything else?